don't understand it. It's so difficult in a car to accelerate so slowly. Most cars want to get out of first gear pretty sharpish, so just get on and do it for God's sake. Hello everybody. I wasn't gonna start this until a bit later, but that car just prompted me. About 2 weeks ago, on the drive home from work, almost from door to door, it was painful. I got stuck behind a woman in a red Ford Fiesta, not an ST, but looked ST-ish, I don't know. And she was one of these insufferable drivers that really has no business being on the road. And I don't mean that in a misogynistic, chauvinistic way. You know, she's the sort of driver that causes accidents because it just drives other road users absolutely insane. She wouldn't do more than 15 mile an hour through the back lane, which was frustrating enough. But when we got onto the main road, every time a car approached from the other side, you know, coming the other way, she'd dabble the brakes. That's a bit slippy there with those leaves. And slow down a bit. And when a lorry came the other way, she really would dab brakes and slow down on a main A road. And I was being as patient as I could. But there's nowhere to overtake. Very slippery, bloody hell. I was being as patient as I could. And we got to there's a very nasty junction in Sherborne on the terraces. I'll see if I can dig out an archive clip. It's not a nice junction. There's traffic everywhere. But she must have sat there forever and a day, and cars were stopping, and there was more than ample opportunity to go, and she wouldn't go. And I was hanging out my driver's window shouting at the top of my voice, "Go, woman, go!" And she was so preoccupied with she was looking at me in a wing mirror, doing this and smiling at me. Never mind wagging your finger, get on with it. And finally she went. There was a queue of traffic behind me, and the bloke in the van behind me shouted out, "Thank God for that," and gave a cheer. Oh, I tell you, it's dangerous. You know, there's I believe it is potentially a driving offence to be going so slowly. Drive you mad. Right. I might cut some of this out because I'm here again. But I'm all in on this one. And I should explain. I mean, we've had some heavy rain the last couple of days. Driving home, I don't know whether it was Thursday night or Friday night, I couldn't see a thing. I can't remember the last time I was in rain that heavy. Honestly, I thought about pulling over. It was crazy. Unseasonably warm. I've got a sweat on. Right, well, that's that done. What are you doing? What are you doing, you f***er? Time of year this is, rain and leaves. this would be deadly down through here. Well, we've had a little bimble around, so let's go and have a look at Mudford. See if there's been any flooding out there, because it always floods out there, always. Anyway, I'll get out there and there won't be a drop of water. Christ alive, she's not charging, is she? So the waterproof, stormproof, heavy duty bike cover that I bought back in March when I got the Gutsy, it's had its first test over the last couple of days. And water was still getting in somehow. I mean, I don't know, so I'll have to keep an eye on that over the winter. That was one of the attractions of this particular bike. Carnage. That was one of the attractions of this particular bike, in that there's not much chrome on it, and the engine's enamelled black, so when it's sat out there in the depths of winter, hopefully it won't rust to death. One thing that does niggle me about this bike is the front brake. It's one of those calipers that's only got pistons on one side, and whenever I've had them, they've always had a habit of binding slightly, and this one does. Hey ho. Now, as you may be able to tell, I hadn't really given any thought to today because I wasn't expecting to come out today. Quite surprised to see some blue sunshine. Blue sunshine? Blue sky. Have a quick look. Anyway, I'll get out there and there won't be a drop of water. No. If this was flooding, it would be pretty evident. Have a quick butcher's at the river. Nothing too exciting, is it? Good old Bern. Now I wonder if they finished that bridge repair. Let's go and have a look out near Adba. This is probably full of water as well. This little road here. Well, it's not closed anymore, so sometimes come home from work this way to try and avoid Babylon Hill entering Yeovil, which could be a nightmare, especially if there's any roadworks. But this has been shut for God knows how long. Bridge repairs. Town on it. Never used to be brick walls there. Used to be able to look down and see the line. Well, that answers that question then. It's going to be a slime fest up through here, but we were going to give Bern a clean anyway when we get back. Talking of which, the door-to-door salesman known as Uncle Stuart Fillingham managed to talk me into parting with some money after his non-contact washing video, which to be fair is the method I've used since I've had a bike anyway, because I can't get a hose. Well, I probably could get a hose pipe through the house out to the front, but it's not ideal, is it, trailing a hose pipe through the house? So I've got a weed sprayer. I mean, he's a little sod, isn't he, Uncle Stu? Because he talked me into buying, was it Muck Off? Which I had been using. And now he's talked me into buying this bloody Auto Bright stuff, which hasn't arrived yet. Trapdoors down. So I'm just going to tell you now, Uncle Stu, if your next video's got a Kirby vacuum cleaner in it, I'm not interested, alright? Now we could do a right there and go out through Trent. Even though my brother lives out there, I still get lost every time I go out through there. I don't know what it is. It's one of those sort of roads that I get a mental block on. So this will bring us down to the hole in the wall in Sherborne, where they still haven't done anything about that wall, which was damaged in February, and it's now the last part of October. I mean, are they ever going to do anything about it? That's it, pick all the gravel to go over. Well done. Yeah, that dome-shaped roof, look. I mean, can people remember what Sundays used to be like in the old days? And there was no traffic about, no shops were open. Well, now that I've been called a typical Daily Mail reading Tory, I just will give my 2 pence worth on the current debacle. It doesn't matter who gets in, does it? Because the Tory party, this government is dead. The Conservatives have become so split and tribalised into 2 distinct camps. You've got the wets, as Margaret Thatcher used to call them, and then you've got the more traditional Conservative, and they will never agree, will they? They just won't. You know, we do need some honesty though, which is, there is a whole world of pain coming. A whole world of pain. You know, it would be nice if this was started to be spelled out to people. I think the coming year or years is going to make 2008, 2009 look like nothing. But still, there's nothing you or I can really do about it. Other than batten down the hatches. cheery note. Oh dear. I'll leave you there. Ta-ta. Oh, I'm back. Just to say that motorcycling is a very good antidote to the dramas of day-to-day life. So just get out there and enjoy it while you can. Nowhere to fucking park.